Hello, this is Mrs. Ross. I just wanted to give you guys another activity to do at home that will help with addition, subtraction, and number recognition. So what I did here was I started at 0 and I wrote numbers from 1 all the way to 17, and then it branches off in different directions, and I went up to 20 on one side, 30, and then 40 on the other. Now what I do is for number recognition, you can have your child start at 0 and you can call out a number, have them go to that number and stand on it. Then you just want to double check to make sure that that's the correct number. A good way is to have them start at that number you just called out when you call a second number. So let's say you call out 4 and your child goes over to 4. Don't have them go back to 0. Start at 4 and choose another number. That helps with them being able to count on and count backwards as well. So if you're at 4, you can say, okay, find 10. Well, then your child will be able to go forward. While they're doing this, you can ask them, how many did you move forward? So that they're also adding. So 4 plus the 6 equals 10. You can also do it counting backwards. Now, another way to do it is if you guys start at 0, or going back to 0, you can have your child stand next to you and give them a math problem. So say, okay, what is 5 plus 1? They have to figure out what 5 plus 1 is. You can let them draw on the ground, on the dirt, if they're doing their tally marks, so that they're trying to figure it out. If they've got sticks, rocks, anything to help them solve it, fingers, that's just fine as well. And I forgot the problem. I think it was 5 plus 1. Okay, so if you say 5 plus 1, and they go to the 5, and then they add to the 6, and they say, okay, the answer is 6. You say, awesome, way to go. Now what you can do is you can actually make this harder or easier if you'd like. You can make it easier by making the numbers under 10. You can increase the difficulty by making it above 10. So make your answers above 10, but please do not make them above 20. All right, because in kinder, we like to stay below 20. Now, another way to do this, if you've got older siblings, they can play along too. You can have both of your kids standing next to you, standing at the 0. Sorry about my dog. And then you can give your younger child that's in my class, you can give them an addition problem or define a number. You can give your other child, if they're older, you can give them a multiplication problem or a division problem, and they have to find the answer. And then they can race to see who wins. If they're anything like they are in class, your kids are pretty competitive and they'll want to win. So they're going to work their hardest to make sure that they're there first. If you've got younger kids, I would stick with number recognition, so that if you're doing adding with somebody with one of your kids in my class and a younger sibling wants to play too, stick with number recognition and give them a number and give your child that's in my class an addition or subtraction problem. That way, both are playing, both are achieving their goal, and you're doing a lesson. You're not sitting inside. You don't have to sit there and write. They don't have to keep practicing their numbers over and over again. This way, they're moving around, they're getting active, and when they move around and they're active, they're more apt to retain all the information that they're learning. Okay, so thank you very much. You guys can actually do this with sight words too, if you'd like. You can write sight words on the ground, and you can have the kids run to the sight word. And to win the sight word, they have to be able to spell the word to you or read it to you. So you can do this multiple different ways. Okie dokie, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you very much, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Bye.